Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am back to finish up this tote bag. I am so excited. Couple of changes. I don't think it's going to have a boxed bottom. I really don't. I guess that's only one change. Other than that, I'm going forward with what I wanted to do. It will be lined. It will have a pocket. It's going to have these adorable 2 handles, and those will be top stitched on the outside of the bag. Now I'm doing this in a different way, very easy way, the easiest way, and I think that's why a boxed bottom won't be good with the way that I'm putting the tote together. I'm not sure. Another thing is, with a boxed bottom, I wanted it wide enough to make the tote stand up, but that takes a lot of the fabric, so the tote would be very short, which would be cute. It would be more like a little basket. So we'll do another boxed bottom. I've done it in the past, but we'll do one in another video. Here is the outside of the tote. Oh yeah, there's a playlist for this series if you want to see how I made this awesome plaid fabric. Mine measures 18 by 9 1/4, but we're going to call it 18 by 9, just to make the math a little bit easier. If you want to make a tote that I'm making right now, this same size, you can use any fabric you want. You could buy some quilted fabric and cut a piece. The way I'm showing you to finish this is exactly how I learned how to make placemats when I was a kid. So we're just going with that. 18 by 9. We need our little handles. I can't remember. These are like 12 inches long, and you can make them as wide as you want. The lining, I made this 2 inches bigger. This is 18 by 9, so I made this 20 by 11. And then the pocket, 8 inches square. I came up with that by taking my outer of the tote and folding it. So I end up with like 9 by 9. I made this 1 inch smaller, 8 by 8. We're going to be folding in and stuff, so it will be, you know, a good size pocket. We're going to start by making the pocket. I like this for the top of the pocket because it will be visible when you open your tote. So I'm going to flip it over. This is my top. At the bottom, you don't have to do this step with a glue stick, but we're going to fold all sides, and I just want the bottom to be held down for me without pinning. So I just put some glue there, and I'm folding up about a 1/2 inch. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to do the same with the 2 sides. Instead of stitching this in advance, I'm just going to glue it all down. It's just going to save us some steps. And then on this side too, a little bit more glue right there. Like that. Now the top I'm going to double fold and sew. And I don't need a glue stick for that. I'm just going to double fold like this, and I'm just going to sew right across. My mother's door doesn't shut fully, and it's very windy, and it makes the doors in this house move like there's a ghost or something. So her door keeps opening. I know she has the TV on. It's pretty loud because I've already done some editing, so we just have to put up with that. Okay, sewing the top. This is what my pocket looks like. I only sewed the top. The sides are still glued down. Now fold your lining in half, and at least 1 inch of this at the top is going to be folded over. So what the best thing to do is just go to the bottom and maybe an inch-ish. Go about 1 inch up. Just center it. Now let's put a pin. I'm just putting 1 pin there because I know that's my placement, and then I'm going to open this. Now I don't need to pin the rest of this, but you can, if you want, put a couple pins. And now I'm just going to sew on all 3 sides. Do a nice little back stitch at the top here because that gets used often. Boy, you can't even see where the pocket is, but you know what I mean. Stitching it down. Now we have a nice pocket that you can barely see. Put this right side down. Put this right side up on top of it, trying to have about 1 inch on each side showing. That looks about right to me. Here's what we do. We're going to fold this in about a ½ an inch or up to the edge of the outer part of the tote. And then again. And now I will put a pin there because I think it's like too much gluing involved. And you're just going to do that on the side here. Just to hold things in a place a little bit. And I'm going to top stitch on this edge. And I'm going to do that to this side too. While I was at the machine, I went ahead and did these ends also. So it's just a matter of fold over twice and top stitch. And I'm using a straight stitch for all this. And here is how I learned to make a placemat. I mean, not this narrow. You make whatever size you want. But I had used a quilted fabric and just put a backing on it. I think I made my mother maybe 4 or 6 placemats and some pot holders. And we had those for years. There's probably, you know, pieces of those still left somewhere. And this is the inside. And now we're just going to fold. See, here's our pocket. And we're just going to top stitch the sides. How easy is that? I mean, seriously, you could start with some quilted fabric or any fabric, denim, whatever. Hang on. Or like I was saying, if you have fabric that's, you know, not stiff enough or whatever, you can always put fusible, whatever. You do whatever you want. I think we can put the little handles on now, though, before we sew the sides together. And I think that's going to look super cute. I'm just going to be top stitching them on there. But let me see. I'm going to just put this like this. And maybe there. Maybe there. And I can do them straight up and down, or I'm going to slant them out a little bit. I kind of like the looks of that. And I'm just going to try to space them evenly like this. And I can put a pin and a pin. See what I mean? I have them turned out a little bit. I think I like that. Just make sure that you didn't twist it. And I'm just going to like sew down one side, across, up and across, just so it will really stay in place. And I'm going to do the same on the other side too. That looks just about right. Going to the machine to just tack those down. That was actually quite easy. Inside, outside. I don't know if I have those handles perfectly lined up. I don't think it really matters. I just think they're really cute that way, you know, pointing out a little bit. Now all we have to do is top stitch the edge. I'm going to go pretty close to the edge on both sides. And we're done. I would love for it so much to have a boxed bottom, even just a little one, just to make it not, you know, quite so flat, but I'm not going to do it. It would get pretty thick. That's why I said finishing a tote this way, you know, it makes it pretty thick and it's not an easy thing to do. So I like it. And, you know, it would be kind of cute maybe to sew a little button here on each side. I'm going to have this on eBay. If you win this, you could put a little button or something if you want. This is the inside, and obviously I used scraps of this splash print, which makes a lot of appearances here in the tote. That was like my main fabric. And see our nice pocket, it's not too close to the top, and it goes to about here at the bottom. You could stick your phone in there. I really like it very much. And finished, you know, with the lining that way on the outside, it just goes right along with the print that we have happening here with the plaid. But again, you didn't have to go through all this work. the first video was just to make this scrappy fabric, not even the plaid. And then I felt like doing plaid, and you know, I just kept going with it, and we turned it into a nice little tote. So I will take some pictures for you, and I will have this on eBay at the time that you're watching this. Auction lasts only a week, so if you're watching in the future, it's over. I always try to put the end date in the link down below, and that is in the description box. Tap on my title for that to open up. You'll see the penny auction. Starts at a penny, free shipping, USA only, and then you'll see the playlist so you can see how we got to this point. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe. I'll be back with more soon. Bye!